I always see my parents getting worried about me, about my career, about my marriage. I also get worried about their health and about to live up with their expectation and to make them proud. This sometimes create a sense of guilt in me if I hurt them in any way and a psychological pressure in me.
That's not the right relationship between parents and kids. When you call up your father, all that you want to ask is the heart rate. When you call up your mother, the first thing on your mind is the sugar levels. Yes, obviously, we want our parents to live long. But live long for what? The question is, what will you do with a healthy body? If inside the healthy body, you are frustrated, restless, even suffering, when you're your age, 25, 30, something, the relationship between parents and kids have to be adult to adult relationships.
Acharya Ji, I always see my parents getting worried about me, about my career, about my marriage. I also get worried about their health and about to live up with their expectation and to make them proud. So this sometimes create a sense of guilt in me if I hurt them in any way and a psychological pressure in me. So observing this, sometimes I conclude that I should not get married and have children, because if I don't want to repeat the same cycle of attachment, emotional burden, and anxiety. So is it possible to take responsibility and love someone like your parents, your partner, or children without turning that love into responsibility, anxiety, fear, and emotional burden?
Parent worrying about kids' health, and the kid that we are talking of is at least in mid-20s, and the parent is looking at the kid as a body whose health needs to be taken care of. And then again, as a male body that deserves to get a mating partner, therefore some kind of marital alliance needs to be arranged. Whether we are talking of the son's health or his marriage, the fact remains that the son is being looked at as a body. The parents are not looking at the son as a conscious entity, as someone whose primary need is the contentment of consciousness and liberation from bondages. The parents are failing to appreciate that. The underlying assumption there is that this fellow is just a body, so all that he needs is physical health, good food, good salary to take care of his material aspirations, and a woman to take care again of his physical needs and maybe loneliness. Now, that can be one kind of relationship, but we all would obviously see that's not the right relationship. That's not the right relationship between parents and kids. That's not the right relationship between any two individuals. Even among friends, that is not the right relationship. On the other side, the son says, I'm worried about my parents' health. That's noble. And obviously, kids should be concerned about their parents' health, especially if the parents are aging and ailing. It is basic humanity to look after the physical requirements and health of your parents. That's fine. But is that all that is there to one's father or mother? When you call up your father, all that you want to ask is the heart rate. When you call up your mother, the first thing on your mind is the sugar levels. And even if that happens to be the first thing on your mind, maybe the diabetes is severe. Maybe the cardiac element is chronic. Does that need to be the first and only thing? Yes, obviously, we want our parents to live long. But live long for what? Live long just to extend the age of the body? Is that the purpose of life? Yes, obviously, I'll want to ask, did you get your checkups done? Did you visit the doctor in time? Mama, is Papa taking all the medicines regularly? Some of the parameters in the report don't seem to be improving. Let's take him to a better hospital. Obviously, one would do that. But one should not stop at that. One cannot say my job as a son is to ensure that my parents live long. Yes, they must live long. But more importantly, they must live deep. And that is something very missing from our cultural contexts. And then the question is, what will you do with a healthy body if inside the healthy body you are frustrated, restless, even suffering? When you grow up, when you're your age, 25, 30, something, the relationship between parents and kids have to be adult to adult relationships. And among adults, the highest form of relationship is friendship. And when you meet your friends, you are not concerned about just their physical welfare, are you? Are you? You'd be a pretty strange kind of friend if all that you keep asking your buddies is your headache okay? Are you keeping your weight in check? Are you eating right? You're taking timely baths? What kind of friendship would that be? Where is heart in this? Where is truth in this? Where is consciousness in this? I don't think I need to clarify that I'm not against taking care of the physical well being of those you are related to. That's basics, obviously. My contention is, as human beings, we are characterized by our consciousness rather than our body. How did you gain admission to this institute? By displaying your body? By showing off your muscles? Yeah? By parading your pretty self? Or did you have to demonstrate the power and purity of your consciousness to be the occupants of these seats in the first place? Please tell me. Yes, obviously, before you are allowed to enter, there would have been some physical checks as well, right? So eyesight would have been checked and a few other things. But that's secondary. That's secondary. The first thing was the IIT JEE. And IIT JEE gives two hoots to how you look, how tall you are, how pretty you are, how heavy you are, what your gender is, and many other things. All that the JEE cares for is, can you be sharp enough, insightful enough, attentive enough, disciplined enough, factual enough Because that's what matters in a human being. Among animals, obviously that does not matter much. You go to these animal fairs where cattle are sold and bought in bulk. And nobody is going to test the consciousness of a buffalo before buying or selling it. Right? What would you rather look at? The body of the buffalo or the bull or the ox, whatever. Is that what we want to bring our relationships to? Just the body? Test the body. If you are physically good, then you are good. If you are physically good, then you are good. And that is not exclusive to the parent-child relationship. That is much more pervasive in the man-woman relationship. And how do we forget that it's the backdrop of the Valentine's Day in the campus? How do you look at the other gender? That's a very important question at your age. Just as a body? Yes, that's what we often do. Who is the other? Just a body. And if the body looks sexy, I would go after that person. And the person might be thoughtful, creative, compassionate, deeply conscious, yet if the person does not appear physically attractive, one feels reluctant in initiating a relationship. So that's the way we are operating. But if that's the way we are operating, that's very animalistic. That's the way animals relate to each other. You go, you look at a child and you immediately remark, oh, what a healthy child. What have you seen in the child? What have you seen in the child?
The physical.
Just the body. How do you know whether the child is healthy? The jails are full of physically healthy criminals. Do you want to care just about the physicality and physical well-being and the physical attractiveness and the physical sustenance of the other and yourself? Or is there more to life? I'm asking you. Is love something of the body? Is creativity something of the body? Is compassion something of the body? Is courage something of the body? All that which makes life worth living is something a little beyond the body. And yet our relationships are founded on the body. That doesn't quite add up, does it? Yeah?
Just download the Acharya Prashant app, and there you go to the community section, and you have live testimonials streaming in at the rate of 1 every 5 minutes. I'm seeing lives change in thousands, if not millions, every day in front of my own eyes. We are doing it.
Right.
We have actually done it.
Join the community of more than 2 lakh participants on the Acharya Prashant app. Your first month is completely free. You'll get full access to Gita Mission. On the app, you will get regular live sessions, daily exclusive conversations with Acharya Prashant, access to the vibrant Gita community, wisdom exams, curated news, audiobooks, quotes, and much more. Search Acharya Prashant on Google Play Store or Apple App Store and download now.